Hey guys, it's Caroline. I'm back, and today is the day that I report back on my weekly weigh-in. So I have been on the keto diet now for exactly 2 weeks, and I want to let you know how it's all going. First, I do want to talk about the truth and the reality of the keto diet when you first get started, and things that you kind of need to pay attention to, and also things that you can expect. Okay, so when you first start the keto diet, you're super excited. You want to get started on, eating everything that you're allowed to have and try to navigate it and figure out how things are going to work. Okay, my very first week, one of the things that I did was I really just counted carbs. I made sure that I was staying under 20 carbs per day, and I was eating protein and paying attention to fat, making sure that I was cooking in the Kerrygold butter and making sure that I was eating good fats. Like if I was cooking something else that didn't require butter, I would do like the avocado oil or something, to that effect. But if I was hungry, I would go ahead and grab something at any given time that was allowed, such as like a meat stick or cheese sticks, or whatever was allowed on the diet. I was eating just as much as I wanted to eat because I felt like it was most important for me to feel satisfied and not get to the point that I was really hungry. So that's what I did. The second week in, I wasn't as hungry, so I could make a little bit better choices and watch the level of protein that I was having against the fat. Because in the ketogenic diet, you really do need to have a higher fat, good fats, not super high protein. You need to have protein, but moderately. So first, let me go ahead and talk about how much weight I lost this week. All right. Are you ready? Week 1, I had lost 6.2 pounds, and week 2, I've lost 4 pounds, for a grand total of 10.2 pounds. 10.2 pounds in 2 weeks. I cannot believe it. I am so excited because I feel fantastic. I actually feel way better than I have felt in a long time. After the first week, I felt excellent. But now, 2 weeks in, I feel even better. Most of the weight that I feel is coming off is on the belly area. I had to tighten up my bra 2 notches over. So that's a sign. So it seems to be coming from my midsection mostly. My jeans are a lot looser. 10.2 pounds is great. I'm super excited. I was really hoping for at least a couple of pounds in my second week. I knew that I would lose more in the first week. But super stoked that it turned out to be 10.2. Now, I want to say, in the very first video, if you haven't watched that yet, my week 1 weigh-in, you can go back and watch that. But day 8 was horrible for me. I just want to tell you because I want to give you the truth about what to expect when you're starting the ketogenic diet. Day 8, I woke up with the most hellacious headache I believe I've ever had. It literally woke me up from a sleep at about 5:30 that morning. I woke up and I was like, I am dying. Now, the day before that, I had a mild headache, and I would take Tylenol, drink a little coffee or something to try to get rid of it, and it seemed to help. But I just had this ongoing headache. And it was so bad on day 8 that literally I woke up and I'm like, I have got to do something. I'm dying here. So I went back online, I started researching. One of the doctors that I follow is Dr. Berg, and he gives really great information on the keto diet. And one of the things that I found is with this keto flu thing that everybody talks about, headache is really one of the main things. And the reason that you get the headache is because your body is getting rid of so much fluids, because since you're not eating carbs, your body's not retaining all of the fluids, and inflammation that you normally would have. So because you're getting rid of so many fluids, you can be low on electrolytes and potassium and things like that. So apparently, I was supposed to have started, when you first start the first week of keto, you should be using Himalayan salt. I got this at Walmart. It was a little over $2. But you're supposed to start using this because this has some of the minerals that you need instead of regular table salt. I didn't know that. I didn't have it. I wasn't using it. And I was drinking a lot of water, but I think I was slightly dehydrated, but I felt hideous. I also had researched a little bit more, and a lot of people had said that when they would get the hideous headache or the keto flu, that they would drink Powerade Zero. I don't want to sound like a Fruit Loop because you guys know that I've talked about I do not want to do artificial sweeteners. I am not an artificial sweetener person. I don't normally consume them. They don't normally make me feel well. I don't intend on doing recipes with artificial sweeteners myself. Now, I know tons of people on keto do, and they love it, and it's great for them, but this is just a personal choice for me. But I saw so many people saying this Powerade Zero is what they used for the keto flu, and it was like a lifesaver for them. So I went to Winn-Dixie, I grabbed a Powerade Zero, I also got a Body Armor electrolyte water. I guzzled this thing down, and within an hour, I no longer had a headache, and I felt fantastic, and I haven't had any kind of symptoms of that anymore. So that was it. So that was like my one day. I think day 8 was when I maybe shifted over. People say that your body is going from, your body and your brain is going from running on sugar or carbs to burning fat. And there's a transition that you go through when that is happening. And I honestly feel like day 8 was it for me when I transitioned, because after that I really started losing weight. I noticed it, even more, and I just felt the inches coming off. I felt like the next day I felt my belly was flatter. I could just feel something had changed. So I think that was the turning point for me. I did buy a couple more to keep on hand just in case I do feel horrible again. I don't feel horrible. I haven't felt it since then. I've been keeping up with my water. I did add the Himalayan salt when I'm cooking, but that's something that I wanted to mention to you guys. I also jonesed for something crunchy. I was having, a feeling like I want to replace that crunchy thing, like when you would normally eat chips or crackers or something with your dip or whatever. And I noticed that a lot of people had said, let me show you this, the Dollar Tree sells these pork rinds, this brand of pork rinds. I am not a pork rind person. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Normally they gross me out. But so many people had said these were good. They're barbecue flavored pork rinds from the Dollar Tree, and they're actually good. So I really did like them. I was shocked that I liked them, but they were really good. I stopped to pick some up. And I also picked up this Gordo's cheese dip. So it's like a Gordo queso cheese dip. And this is, let me see if I can see it. Yeah, it's 2 grams of carbs for 2 tablespoons. So basically what I did was I just put 2 tablespoons in one of the little serving cups, melted it in the microwave, and I dipped my pork rinds in it. It's so good. The pork rinds are like super cheap, are super low on carbs too. I think it's like 1 carb per serving, and there's only 6 carbs in the whole bag. So you can eat the whole bag and get it to have only 6 carbs if you really wanted to, but I don't think you're going to eat the whole bag. I didn't. But that's really low on carbs. So if you're missing the crunchy thing, or you want to have it to dip in something, that's a great way to go. So that was something that, I really, really needed, and it's kind of a staple now. You could use it if you wanted to for a base for nachos. You could use it to crumble over things as you would normally on like a casserole for a crust. You could really use it for a lot of things. Those don't have any kind of like a greasy, porky taste to me, and they're very, very light barbecue. So I thought that they were really good, and I wanted to share that with you. The other staple for me is the meat sticks. I got these at Aldi, and this is like super quick and easy if I just want to grab something. And I usually will take like a meat stick and a cheese stick. So you can, cut your own cheese slices or whatever. I just like to have something quick and on the go, and this has been super handy. I noticed in the second week, I really just wasn't hungry. Like I could go a lot longer and not eat if I really wanted to. So, the second week has been a whole lot easier on making good decisions. I will say though that I do not have a gallbladder, and having a high-fat diet, you really do kind of need to watch that. I've done a lot of research on it, And there's no reason that you can't do keto even without a gallbladder. That I know for sure. But instead of going fasting all day or something without eating, you do need to have a little bit more food in your system, or at least for me, I have to eat smaller amounts. Like I have to make sure that I have a little something for breakfast and a little something for lunch and then dinner. If I don't, and I just do the bulletproof coffee in the morning, I'm going to have a problem. I can tell you that right now, because I guess your pancreas makes the bile and there's nowhere to store it, and then it comes straight through. So you need to be careful with that if you don't have a gallbladder. Just make sure that you're eating your little small meals, even if it's just like an egg or some eggs and bacon or something like that. I do the bulletproof coffee every single morning. I do a spoonful of the Kerrygold butter, a spoon of the coconut oil, and I mix it in my bullet. You could put heavy cream in there too. I know a lot of people do that. It makes it frothy, and then I drink it. I love it. It really does give me energy. For about 3 days, I did the MCT oil, and I just think it's just too much for my system without the gallbladder. So I'm going to revisit that later, but right now I think it's just too much. I get almost an immediate reaction from that. And I do have great mental clarity right now and really, really high energy, so I think that's great. I think I had a little bit more maybe with the MCT oil, but instead of the coconut oil. But for me and my stomach, I don't think it's probably a good idea. This is what I have for the coconut oil. I bought this at Aldi's, and I just use a scoop of this. So I've been doing some great recipes lately. I've posted a couple of videos, and I hope you guys are enjoying those. I'm going to continue doing them. I know that a lot of people like to see things that they can make that are super easy. I think the funnest thing about this is that, if you just try to come up with some good ideas and good recipes that your family will also like, and make them. I like to make some kind of like a hearty dish that I feel like I'm eating something delicious and good. Use a lot of seasonings. Cheese, of course, mozzarella is my best friend right now. I'm using a lot of that. I use onions and peppers. I use seasonings at broccoli. If you like Brussels sprouts, I eat a lot of salads. I make sure that I have my protein in there. And so far everything is going really, really good. I've got some really cool recipes that I plan on making this week for you guys. So I'm going to do some filming of that. I'll get a little bit better with my filming as I go. I'm new to YouTube. I'm new to doing this. So, just bear with me as I learn all of the ropes and how to film it in a way that you guys can see it and understand it. Also, if there's anything that you guys would like to know or any questions, please comment below. I will answer everybody's questions. I'll do my best, to help in any way that I can. I'm new at this, but I am a research freak, so I've been researching left and right. I know that a lot of you, including a lot of my friends and family, are jumping on board with this also. I feel fantastic. I think you guys will be too. If you're doing the keto diet already, let me know how you did this week. I'm very interested in hearing. I'm super excited for all of us. This is just really great. It's been a great journey. I really feel like I can continue doing this. 10.2 pounds, guys. 10.2 pounds in 2 weeks. I do not feel like I have lost any ability to eat anything that I really want. I'm not craving anything. I'm definitely not cooking anything that resembles things that I love, though. So I'm not trying to cook anything that resembles bread. I'm not cooking anything that resembles pasta or rice, because for me right now, it's just a psychological thing. I don't want to make something and then get my hopes up that it's going to taste like it, and then it doesn't, and then I crave that thing more. So for me, I'm just eliminating anything that resembles the things that I love, but I'm working on cooking things that are delicious and, new for us. So I'm working on something tonight. I'm going to do a really delicious, I think it's going to be delicious, broccoli and chicken cheese casserole. And then later on this week, I have an Italian sausage and spinach dish that I plan on making. So I'm going to share those with you this week. So stay tuned. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook at My Coupon Expert or The Real Caroline. And comment, please comment. Let me know how you like this. I love you guys. I'll see you next time for my next weekly weigh-in. Bye, guys.